All right, raise your hands if you think you're hotter in your 18s to 20s. Only one? Three?
I would say like
I was hotter later.
I would say later 20s,
on, I
30s.
feel like I
Later
see
20s.
women in their prime. I feel like when you're 18 to 20, you're still growing. You're still in your baby phase. Like, I personally did not get all my, like, the features I have now till I was like 21, 22. And I'm still growing. So, no.
So when they're older.
Yeah, okay. How many of you think a woman's at her peak in their 30s then? Raise your hands. 30s.
I guess maybe like.
I think that you skipped the late 20s.
25 to
20s.
Yeah, because from 25 to like 30
Like
is when I was at my peak doing like a shit ton of fitness, like acro yoga teacher, like personal trainer, the whole deal. So I think it's really like 25 to 30 is when you're really at your physical peak, and you can continue that physical peak if you continue doing the physical stuff that you did to get there.
What?
Brandon.
What?
What's up, man?
Like you gotta
wasn't paying
continue.
attention.
Like you have to continue. Like if you're at your physical, like women have their physical peak for at least for me from 25 to 30 because I was my strongest and I had been doing acrobatics and all that stuff. So had I kept up with that in between 32 and 35, then my body would still be the same. It can bounce back because if you're doing fitness from a very young age, because I was a cheerleader, gymnast, all that stuff, it bounces back. So from 25 to 30, women are actually very, very strong, and they build in their prime. She's right when she says when you're 18, you are a baby. You're not really your brain is Myron. Your brain as a human is not developed until 25.
I feel like that's not for all women though, because
Definitely.
some
That's a
women definitely
statistic.
look better in their 20s than their 30s. It just depends on your genes, because some women age and get wrinkles at 25.
I
And
think
then-
I think a girl's prime is when she's youngest. Honestly.
That's when you can do the craziest
like
shit.
like when you turn
when you're in
18,
your
21,
20s.
that's when you're entering the real world. You could drink, you could do everything.
But
Like,
you
You're
also
trying new
don't
things,
know
becoming an
anything
adult.
about life.
So you guys just saying older is better in general,
I'm
right?
not saying older is better. I'm saying younger
I'm
is better.
saying mid 20s to 30 is when
18 to 24. We don't give a fuck about y'all opinions. So I'm talking about men. What men find attractive. 18 to
Yeah, that's
24
what
by
I'm saying.
far
But you're-
is what men
When
find the
you're
most
younger.
attractive.
all I'm saying is that
All
you're
this, nobody
skipping
cares. Stop,
24
stop.
to 30.
Be quiet. You talk too much. Look, like, bro.
You can't skip 24 to 30.
Dude.
No,
Be quiet
it's
when I'm
when you're
talking.
younger.
All right? Like, I've been yapping all night, man. Like, it's very simple, man. Like, see, women tend to look at it like, oh, when do I feel the most attractive? That doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
When are you the most attractive to men?
Yeah.
18 to 25. Well, their brains aren't developed. Yeah, well, men don't really give a shit about that because you guys can figure out how to at 19 anyway. So I guess your brain is developed. Because I find it interesting how, like, you guys will sit here and say, men and women are equal, right? And then in the next sentence, infantilize yourself and say, well, we're not developed. Which one is it?
I never
Are you guys
said we were
equals
equal.
or not? Like,
Men don't develop, their brains
Yeah,
don't
but
fully
I think
develop
the same,
till
though.
25, I'm
That's-
pretty sure.
and
And
the
I
difference
also
is
never
that
said
we
we're
are
equal.
held to a standard no matter what. Nobody gives a shit when a man commits a crime at 19 years old and says, well, his brain wasn't developed. No, he's treated like an adult. But we go ahead and we baby women, right? Because you guys have the privilege of, you can go ahead and sit there and say, I'm a strong, independent woman, but then come back and say, well, I'm the victim. My brain wasn't developed. I didn't know when I had sex with this guy that he was using me for just sex. So I'm going to go ahead and say that 10 years later, 20 years later, when he happens to become a millionaire. That's the difference. You guys don't really have to have responsibility. You guys get authority with no responsibility. This is why I think are better, and we just need to be in leadership roles with you guys.
Why are we
because
back on that conversation?
You asked the physical peak and then digressed.
because it all ties together. I know it's difficult for your brain to comprehend, but
Oh
things
no, I
all come back and
comprehended.
tie.
That's why I'm trying
I
to
was
pull
talking
you
to
back
her,
to the
so you can't
time.
comprehend either. I was speaking to her, not
Well,
you.
It's kind of hot there.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
When I'm talking about responsibility, authority, gender roles, etc., it all comes back to feminism, the family unit, etc., and how we are inherently different biologically. Oh, she's triggered. All right. Well, no worries.
I'm getting paid for this. I'm just sitting here. Why y'all just disrespect me in my face? It's
All right. Well, that's fine. Have a nice night. Yeah. Where we at here? So, guys, quick word from our sponsor real fast. You know we don't mess around when it comes to leveling up, and that goes for your coffee, too. If you're still drinking that sugary shit, you're already started your morning off wrong. 1775 Coffee's Protein Creamer is what real men use to start their day. 10 grams of whey protein per serving, designed to build muscle and boost metabolism. Most people are tossing whey protein into their coffee, but we took it a step further and made a creamer with whey protein already built in, no added sugar, just protein. They just dropped this protein creamer along with a whole new lineup. In addition to the classic dark and medium roast, you'll find new coffee pods and a brain-boosting mushroom blend that'll have you focused like a sniper locked in on CNN. Don't start your morning funding the woke mob and dumping garbage into your body. Do it right with 1775 coffee. Use code FRESH to get 15% off. Guys, I'm drinking 1775 coffee right now, man. As we walk it like we talk it over here, guys, and they got one that has a protein blend, man, so definitely go show them support. Shout out to 1775 coffee.